board right here, the Burger King board. So I have this board right here, which is the Burger King board, which I'm going to take out today. I also have this board here. This board is a little heavier than the Burger King board, so I like taking the Burger King board. Yeah, larger fin on the bottom. Larger fin on the bottom right here. I don't mind, but it is a little heavier, and I kind of just want something light today, especially because the waves don't think are going to be super great. Good old faithful. Gonna go back to White Plains Beach. Kind of a rainy day today. I saw that Waikiki and canoes was gonna be good, but I really don't like going to canoes. If you ever visit Hawaii and you want to learn how to surf, Waikiki is the best beach. But I will say you have a lot of people there that are local that treat you like shit, which I think is just horrible. You get a lot of people who think they're Kelly Slater and they own the beach. Don't worry about them. You get a lot of people talking shit down to you. There's this one time when I was surfing at canoes, caught this wave. It was unbroken yet, and I was riding it to the right. Guy on the very far left of me. I ride goofy on my surfboard, so the right foot is the front foot for me. But so I could see him on the far left of me, and he was riding whitewater. And I was still riding that unbroken part of the wave, and there was this new surfer in front of me who didn't catch a wave yet. He was just kind of laying on his board, so I turned left into the whitewater because I wanted to get off the wave anyway. I didn't want to paddle that far back out, but the guy on the far left comes zooming down. He gets really close to me. By that point I was bailing out of the wave because I was done with it, so I kind of hopped off my board. I started paddling back out, and this guy calls me out. He's like, "Hey bro, why you cut me off?" He yelled out to me, and he claimed that I cut him off and I hit him with my surfboard. None of those were true. First of all, I didn't cut him off because he was riding whitewater and I was getting off of the wave. Second of all, my board didn't hit him. I asked him where he was from, and he kind of got silent. So then when I paddled back out to that area where the waves don't break to catch another wave, he starts talking to his friend, and his friend asks him like, "Oh, when are you leaving for your flight again?" So this guy's not even from here, and he's calling people out like he owns the beach. He claims that I should watch him. He's like, "Bro, you gotta look out for me, you gotta watch me." He has the audacity to say that. I'm like, "Bro, I'm not paying attention to you, bro. I'm out here surfing. Why the heck would I want to watch you?" And he's like, "That's your problem, bro. You're not watching me." When in reality, it's like he was riding whitewater on the far left of me, and I was still riding an unbroken wave on the right. It's like, bro, it's Waikiki Beach. You have people here who don't know how to surf, who are beginning to surf. I will say though, if you are a beginner surfer, do not ride a hard top surfboard. There was this one time where I got upset at somebody because she was a new surfer and she didn't know what she was doing. I didn't yell at her. I didn't make a big scene about it. I was surfing at White Plains Beach. Hold on, let me show you this. I got mad traffic right here. This is a good time to show you how beautiful this is though. She had a hardtop board because those are the only boards they rent out to surfers, I think. I don't think they rent out soft top boards, but they should. She was a new surfer. I knew she didn't know what she was doing. Paddled out in front of me. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You can just tell when they're a new surfer, mostly just because they lay on their board the whole time. They don't sit up, and they always position themselves facing towards the beach so they can always catch a wave really fast. You know, I'm facing towards the waves because I want to read the waves and see how they're coming. There was this really big wave that was coming, and it was breaking, I think, almost right on top of me. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I might as well just ride just a little bit of whitewater. I was okay with it. I really didn't want to go over, and I really didn't want to paddle forward anymore. So I turned around. I started paddling so that I could catch the wave. And this girl, she was also trying to go for the wave, but I didn't see her, but she was right behind me. So when the whitewater hit her, she basically wiped out, but I caught it. And when I was when I pushed out on my board, kind of get ready to pop up, kind of just like pushing it down, kind of reading the wave, looking left and looking right, her board hit me in the foot. It's not there anymore, thank God, but I had this huge indent in my foot, and I didn't realize it until I got home. I told my wife what happened, and she looked at my foot, and there was basically this huge hole in my foot. That shit hurt. It hurt a lot, and I didn't realize it until I got home. Of course, she didn't know what she was doing. I got upset. I didn't say anything, you know, because she didn't know she did that. When my foot started hurting, she was basically wiped out in front of me. She was struggling to get back on her board, and I really didn't want to add on to the mess she was dealing with. You know, again, she was a very new surfer, so I can't really be mad at her. But again, if you ever take a surf lesson in Hawaii, or if you rent a surfboard, try to rent a soft top. Mostly just because you want to be careful for the people around you and yourself. You know, I've actually had times where I've ridden this board and I've clocked myself in the neck. There was just one time where I was nose right. I hopped off the front of my board, and the leash got tangled somehow, and when I kicked up to push myself out of the water, the leash pulled the board forward and it jammed me right in the neck. That shit hurt big time. But there have been times where this board's like hit me in the head on accident. You just want to be careful, especially if you're a new surfer. That could knock you out, or that could knock other people out. If you're ever in Hawaii and you want to rent a surfboard, rent a soft top board, and not only will it protect the people around you and yourself, but it's going to be a lot easier on your ribs. Hard top boards, they hurt your ribs. Get really comfortable with a soft top board first before you move over to a hard top board, mostly just because you want to feel comfortable with riding the waves. That's why there was all this traffic. And when I was riding a soft top board, there was a time where I think I bruised a rib, and I couldn't surf for like 3 weeks. It really sucked. It's the only way I could heal, because it would hurt to just lay down, it would hurt to turn. I don't know what I did to bruise it, but I bruised my rib, and it really sucked. Just got done at the beach. Waves were all right. Definitely wasn't flat. I've seen better. I've definitely seen it worse, so I can't really complain. It got a little gloomy and a little stormy for maybe like an hour or so. That wasn't too bad. The waves were pretty good when it was stormy, but I really don't like going to North Shore. I went to North Shore once and it was flat like a lake. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to North Shore anymore. And the funny thing is, the very next day was the start of the season, and the waves were just really good, but I really didn't want to risk it and drive all the way out there for it to be nothing, so I didn't go back. This is Eva Beach side. They have an airstrip, military airstrip over here. There is this abandoned building right up over here. I don't know what's in it. I kind of want to explore it one day, but it would be trespassing because it is on government property. Maybe one day in the future, when I have somebody to go with and better equipment, I might just see if I can get in there. Just getting some gas right now outside of 7-Eleven. I'm on like maybe 1/4 of a tank left, so I'm just gonna fill her up. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Maybe another musubi. Got a terry chicken egg salad sandwich, spam musubi, Italian sandwich. Also got 2 zero Gatorade, 2 zero sugar blue Gatorades. Gonna give one to my wife when I get home. I am starving though. Haven't eaten anything all day today, and it's about 2 o'clock. And then I'm gonna have dinner when we get home. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. I know in the future probably I'm gonna make like a cooking video, something nice and fancy. So we'll see.